Hello everyone. Today I would like to speak about how to improve our gifts of clairvoyance and how to connect to our own past life selves using the gift of clairvoyance. Now I think I've spoken about how to use your intuition and your abilities of knowing, which is claircognizance, to retro engineer the scripts we follow to help strangers and do automatic writing to understand what is the pattern by which we speak to strangers. It is more about developing your sense of knowing, your abilities of knowing about someone. The same way you can connect to someone's mind and use telepathy to intuitively connect what their plans will be. Say, for example, today. Suppose you are telepathically connecting to a person whom you know. Using your claircognizance, you can intuitively know that this person is so and so, and he might be. You can calculate the probabilities that he'll be stepping into these kind of probabilities today. That is something that you can do by claircognizance. Uh, Clairsentience is something about feeling the energy and picking them from objects, knowing about the past history by feeling them. Now, today I would like to talk about clairvoyance, which is something you can develop from your intuition and claircognizance. From your knowing about others, you can still develop, visions about your future, and for that you need to actually you can develop those clairvoyant abilities hidden in you by connecting to your past self. In order to develop clairvoyance, we need to descend to our own past self to have the knowing about how the future would look like. You can tune into your higher self and do a past life connection to your lifetimes that you had, any of the lifetimes you had before, and try to understand how. Suppose you are facing any certain pain or something from your past, you can meditate with your former self from the past to understand what is the cause of the pain that is coming from your past life self, and healing those pains and traumas from your past life. Your gifts of clairvoyance will be of use. And in order to practice clairvoyance, you can start doing the exercise of seeing through objects, like you can see through ponds or lakes and try to understand what is beneath them, or do exercises like visualization exercises of triangles, spheres, or cubes in different colors and shapes, coming in your third eye meridian. Because normally clairvoyant images are something which you see when you close your eyes. So likewise, you can see whether you can develop any visions from your past self. So mostly when you have pains, your self will help you to connect to these visions you have from the past, which will help you understand what was the cause of the pain from your past life. So holding clairvoyant visions will help you understand and heal those pains from the past. And then you can use your clairvoyance to hold visions about your future also. That will be exactly opposite of past life regression. It will be like future progression. We don't have to go back to the past or regress it. We can look forward also to see what is the future progression like. We are holding time as a single dimension. Basically, you have a multi-dimensional self, and your past self is part of your multi-dimensional self. Your future self is also part of your multi-dimensional self. The current self you have is actually something linked to your past self and your future self. So if you understand your past better, once you regress your past using your gifts of clairvoyance, you will be able to hold visions about your future self. And that is how people develop visions about future, like something people develop premonitions or apparitions about others or themselves. Those visions are called the clairvoyant visions. Those come as images in the third eye meridian, and there are some psychic exercises by which you can develop those clairvoyant abilities. One of the main exercise being the honeycomb exercise I have talked about in one of my sessions earlier. And you can visualize that you know you have to put dots in a cardboard square, and start visualizing that the cube cardboard cube is getting double this size, and the dots are also enlarging double of the size it had earlier. Likewise, you can see leaves of the trees outside of a window, or the images of those trees, leaves of the trees getting enlarged. You can visualize vehicles that you see from the doors or windows, and you can visualize that the image is getting enlarged. Basically, you are trying to improve your eyesight on intermolecular vision. Basically, you have to pass through intermolecular ether to hold the vision of past life memory, and if you want to see objects that are going to come in your future, those visions can be developed if you follow these clairvoyant exercises. Now, there are people who do it without being aware that they are clairvoyant, because there are people who will get visions of apparitions of something when they sit next to, say, for example, a pond or a lake, and then they try to see through objects. That is called seer vision. The seer vision is something that you develop by clairvoyance. You may start observing the things under the surface of the pool or the pond, and suddenly you start getting apparitions or premonitions about something that is going to happen you in the future. That is how you develop the gift of clairvoyance. Once you put it into practice, you can use that to develop seer vision to help others about the visions you are holding for your future. The honeycomb exercise is a good exercise by which you can develop clairvoyance. Like I told earlier, you need to take a cardboard box and try to make a cube out of it, and to draw equal sized holes, black holes minimum 30 of them, and hold it next to a dark object, so that once you see through it, you will see the holes and the object behind the cardboard as same, so that you can see that from a distance. And imagine that everything is these black dots gets filled with the dark background behind the cardboard, and then you gaze through it. You can try to shoot an astral cone to it from both of your eyes, and try to send a image of your own astral body, and then try to imagine about a juicy object like a steak or a burger, and so that the astral body, astral projection of yours will go through the object, and once you do that, you can then retrieve the image back to your central nervous system, and then you can visualize that the cardboard cube and the dots are getting enlarged, double of its size. That is how you develop your intermolecular vision through ether. Then what will happen is, suppose you are closing eyes, you will start getting visions about those things which are probable to happen, because spirit will send you. You need to connect to your spirit guides also while doing these clairvoyant exercises. I think I have talked about how to connect to your spirit by visualizing an electric beam of light going into your heart, and your body is expanding with the energy of it. And then you can ask the spirit guides for a sign or a symbol coming from the spirit. And you can ask for clairvoyant images also from the spirit. You need to visualize that, and once you do that, you close your eyes and meditate, relax for 20 minutes. Then from the intermolecular ether, the spirit might throw you some images. It will be very interesting to do that once you start visualizing yellow squares, red spheres, or red cubes, or blue triangles, something like that. You need to do visualize every day, so that you develop your internal vision. Once you do that, the spirit will throw you some images from the past, which will help you in developing your clairvoyant abilities. Once you develop intermolecular vision through ether, you can see through objects, which will help you develop seer vision about the future, about yourselves. This is something which you can practice regularly to develop a clairvoyant future about yourselves. And you can use this to retro engineer your own past lives, because normally a clairvoyant skill is developed when people descend from a particular level. When you ascend, you don't hold a vision about your past. You will be only in the future. Once you come down to your past self, then only you will be able to hold a vision about your future, which is the gift of clairvoyance. So normally when you ascend, you will not be able to clairvoyantly tell the future or see others' future. But when we have a learning or a certain karma from the past, and we descend ourselves towards our past self, which will happen continuously without any wrongdoings of ours also, there will be moments where we need to understand that we are taking a learning from the past, and then we descend to our past lives. Then that is the time when we can rethink about developing these gifts of past life, gifts of clairvoyance. Because once we descend to the past, then we need to foresee our future in order to connect to our future selves. And that is why we need to develop the gift of seer vision or clairvoyance. when we descend ourselves after learning from a past life experience. There are uh, planetary life forms which only ascend or descend if you hold time as a single dimension. If there is no time, suppose you are living in a world where there is no time, then all of these things happen to us on a single dimension. Like you only basically descend to our own former self and you ascend to our future self. If you see that, unify all the dimensions that you have, then only this ascension to our future self is possible, or descending to our own former self is possible in the same dimension. So that should be the approach. Always we need to note that if there is a learning coming from the past self, that will be a point when we descend, and if there is a future vision that we are developing about our future self, at that moment we are ascending. What we need to do is we need to converge all these future and past timelines to have a better present for ourselves. So once you develop these gifts, always we are learning something from it when we descend, and we are already entering our future timeline or our future progression when we hold a vision, a clairvoyant vision about ourselves. So both of these are good if you see a unified view of time in a single dimension. So there is no hard and fast rule that we need to take one particular approach. Certain points there will be karmic lessons that we will be learning, and the learnings can be used to identify our own former selves, our past selves, and for that we can connect to our former selves and do the meditation to understand clairvoyantly, connect to our own past selves and understand more about our past lives, so that what was the reason of the pain that we had in the past is identified, and we try to eliminate them in our future direction.